We're gonna start. Okay, so we can continue here with, as I said, Belashon Torah, we calling it Ona'at Devarim. Hurting people with your mouth, okay? Saying things that you're not supposed to say. And what can it cause? And it can get up to abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse. I'm not talking about physical abuse now, not completely something else. But these are the two main things that we have to deal day in and day out. The hurtful words that people say. But the truth, we have to say that most people, they hurting other people without paying any attention and not intentionally. This is how they got used to talk like that. And they don't feel even when they hurting the person. And if you're going to tell them, I got hurt, what did I say already? What did I say? So this kind of people, the people who got hurt, we have to forgive them fast. Why? Because they're not doing it intentionally. They don't have the awareness of what they doing. So I want to say a statement. Many times in my office, when I take care of a couple, one of the questions that I'm asking, do you feel that your husband or your wife, they're doing it intentionally? If the answer is yes, so we are in trouble because we're dealing with Rashaim now. When a person does it intentionally, it's Rasha. And I cannot deal with a Rasha. You know? I have to deal with people who are innocent. So most of the time, people doing things unintentionally because they don't know better than that. They don't know. If somebody will teach them, they will accept. They will accept. Right? So these people we have to forgive fast because they don't know. Some people, okay, they cannot control themselves that moment. Usually they're in control. Usually, but sometimes it can happen, to a person that lost it. You can come to this point. Okay. Also, we have to forgive and to forget fast because it's not something that coming frequently. It's maybe once, and who knows. Okay, that's okay. Now, sometimes we're talking about less sensitivity. We're lacking sensitivity. There are people like that, they're not sensitive enough. Okay, we can take care of it. Okay, there is ways to enhance the sensitivity. Of course, through learning. That's the only way that we can teach what to do. When he will start to learn, pitome he will see that he was bichlal in the dark, and he will start to watch himself. He will start to talk with sensitivity. But now we go into the third one. There are people who are doing things intentionally. They know what they do. They know what they do. This is called already abuse. When something done intentionally, you have to know this is abuse. Intentionally. So, what it is? It's emotional abuse and verbal abuse, which always goes together. Most of the time it goes together. And this is terrible. And this is, we call it, right? The cancer. No. It's a cancer. Not physical one, emotionally. He has cancer. And he can give it to the partner. It will never stop. It will get. Can you stop a cancer? Only a chemotherapy, and sometimes it's very painful. These people have to go and to get a therapy. It takes time, but they have to be very aggressive to take care of it, meaning they have to admit that they have a problem. They have to admit that they're not well, and they have to admit that they have emotional issues, which no one wants to admit, yes? Because they're always going to blame you. These people will always say it's your fault. No matter what you're going to do, they're going to come back to you. You say, you starting with me, so I'll show you what I know how to do. Right? It's always you. So many times I see people that I call them, they are dead, emotionally dead. Emotionally dead. There's nothing left inside. They just existing, that's all. But there is no life there. No life. Because of the mouth. Because of the mouth. This mouth can do wow. Distraction. So I'm going to tell you over and over again, and you're going to hear from me a lot. Life and death is always depends on your tongue. That's it. Now, when the attacks are frequently attacks, they can cause damage, a terrible one. Life of many kids. Just before I came here, I'm a teenager called me up. I'm in touch with her because I'm her only hope. I'm the only one. She calls me 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. She sent me text, scan up. No one understands their parents. They don't know even what they're doing. I'll tell you when they will wake up, when one day she will run away from home. Then they're going to start to, and it's very close, very close. So I told her, today I told her, I'm going to talk to your principal. I know the principal of the high school. We're going to find you a different home to live. Yes, that's how bad it is. Yeah. And she's saying to me, I don't get the love that I need. What do they want from me? Just they demand from me. I'm not good. I have attitude. I have this. I said, oh, of course they're going to have. They abusing their own child and they don't know what they're doing. So now imagine a child like that. At home, she is miserable. If in school somebody will tell her a word, to put her down, it will be like you're putting on her like two tones, right? And if the teacher laughing at her, or if the principal is doing it, then we're wondering why the kids are off the derech, why they're on the street, why they don't want us, why they don't. Who knows what we told them? Who knows what we're saying to them? Right? So they under constant attack, criticism. What do you expect from such a child? What do you expect? To be a child, happy one and everything. Many parents having children at home, not happy. You can see on their face the kids are not happy. What do you continue to pound on them? What do you think you're doing? She got to this point because of what you did until now. Maybe it's time to switch highway. Right? What you did until now did not look what it is. So if a person don't feel appreciated, it's mamash slow death of a person's spirit. It's a slow death. I don't know how come the parents are. How can you don't understand your own child? How can it be? How can it be? And it's painful, and it's a slow death with a lot of pain. You know, imagine you are in the rehab, the whole, and they telling you until you die, we're gonna try to make it. It's a slow death, slowly, until the person dies. When a person becomes a target, to be mocked, to be humiliated in his own house, in his own home, or between the husband and the wife. The damage, the psychology, right? Damage that we're causing, we cannot even measure. because this person feel unappreciated, lonely, and it can go with him during all his life. Yep. So why people are so ignorant? Why? Why people they don't have the knowledge when it comes to all this, which it's mamash aleph bet. Because when you abusing somebody emotionally or verbally, you don't see any sign on the body, right? When when ladies used to knock on my door b'Shabbat while I'm still in the Seudah, and she said, "Look what my husband did to me right now," and she's all bruised up. One, I had a lady came to me with a glasses kara, and when she took off the glasses, one eye was already closed. Was yes, that's and my kids were there. My kids were there, and I pulled them into my office. I said, "Please, I don't want my kids to see that." But I assume that they saw. But emotional one and verbal one, you don't see any eye or any, no marks. So people say, okay, what's the big deal? So people don't have the understanding how bad it can be. So I'll tell you, okay, it's all bad. But if I have to put it in a way, the physical abuse will be on the bottom, and this abuse will be number one. It's much worse. It's much worse. And how careful we have to be. How careful we have to be. So many people will tell you, there are many advisors, especially from the generation before. So he said, what's the big deal? She is under abuse already for years. Years. And since when you became a psychologist and you're giving advices, people don't have the recognition, they don't have the understanding, they don't have the knowledge to understand what's going on over here, right? And once I heard a lady saying to another one, huh? You got hurt from something like that? You did not go up here. You're still a child, you're still a child. I wanted to bite my tongue and said, don't listen to her, don't listen to what she's telling you. Huh? Such a terrible thing. And again, you did not mature enough yet. You don't know yet what does it mean. Ah, yeah. People can say, עזוב, זה שום דבר, מה אתה מבלבל את המוח? מה? From this, you too sensitive. You're too sensitive. Okay. It's exactly to tell a person that just got, cut from a knife, right? And he is bleeding. He says, it's nothing. It's a gloom. It's okay. It's fine. Don't pay attention to the pain and to the blood. It's okay. It's fine. If we'll see you without a leg or without a hand, then it's a problem. But just to cut you off, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So what is the message behind this? She wants to tell her, to hurt other people is not a big deal. Only when we're met, when we see you with no hands, no legs, then we know that something bad happened. But other than this, right? And it's terrible, and how it's terrible. Because today we're living in such a world that kimat everything is acceptable. The thing that I hear in my office, I'm telling you, I don't know how I didn't wind up yet in LIJ. The words have been thrown on the air. The husband calling his wife names. It starts with a B. It starts with a P. And I don't want to say these words here because we are in a place of a college, of course, yes. So that's not the place, but I assume that you. Okay. And the same token, he bring in kids from there for Mrs. B. So it might be that your kids are mamzeri. Do you know what you're saying, Bichlal? Might very well be that your wife, if she is B, so she's going with everybody. So these kids, where they came from? From your own mouth, you're making your kids mamzeri. How can you say it? So it means that you also a pimp. If this is what you found, where did you find her? Where did you find her? So you belong there also. So now, not only it's hurtful, not only it's hurtful, yet it's getting more hurtful that the advisors that you have saying to you, okay, Bio, what did you say already? Probably was upset. Probably was upset. Don't take it into you. Yeah. All my life, I kept myself. Nobody touched me. I mean, I married you, and that's what you have to tell me now. That I'm B. How helpful can it be? How helpful can it be? And the advisor over there that we made abuse, it's not a big deal. So he said, okay, if you're not like that, don't get hurt. Here we go. How? How? continue to be abused. Now it's not only you. The kids will be messed up. What do you think a kid go to professional people? Go to professional, I don't know. And באמת you, people who dealing with this field, most of them, okay, every day כמעט, I get a call, a lady, she's on the phone, I just say, yes, how are you? I say, okay, the crying will not help you. What do you want to do? Let's talk. Whatever you're going to tell me, I know already. If this is, I know. I'm old enough to know. Don't repeat the tape. What you planning to do? But my husband don't want to come, not to see you. He doesn't want. So I said, so what do you want from me? What a doctor can do if the patient don't want to come to him? It's your life. You have to decide what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you to stay away because this is it's your life. You have to choose. Who said? Who said? And how long is the tikkun? May I know? Because at the end, one sick man will make everybody sick. Usually I talk both ways. Because most of the cases, it's coming from men. Rarely I see a wife abusive. There are cases. There are. But very, not common, not common. Men have the authority, so they feel that they can do. It's a mistake. You see, it's not a busha, it's not a shame to know that we don't know. I went to learn. So when I came to the classes, so I came, no one should see me. No. I was not born like that. It was interesting me, okay? So I went, I took a course over here, course over there, over there. A person should know if the relationship is no good, with the time it will get worse. Better it will not get. For sure not. Okay? It will get worse. And now, what happens when you get older? You don't have koach anymore. You already koach. So your life actually is already over. You have no life. So why? If we can make it much better, pleasant, fun, with a little bit going to open your mind. Okay? Go seek help. And it's not help that they're going to teach you. To everyone, I say, when you come into my office, okay, you're coming to learn. I'm going to teach you. I'm not a therapist. I'm not this. I'm only educator. I will educate you what to do. Welcome to my college. That's it. And I'll tell you what to do. Ah, yes, but it's not. I see men have very much a difficulty with this. Why should I go? Yes, because our pride, our ego, but you don't know. It's not avon not to know. The avon is that you're not seeking help. You don't want to be educated. That's the avon. And our people are very bad at this. Very bad. Not bad, very bad. They don't want to learn. They don't want to learn. Yeah. Only the ones who coming to learn, and they understand, they will ask a question. And they will come and they will seek help. And it's not who is right, who is wrong. Forget it. It's not what it is. It's what needs to be done. Right or wrong, it belongs to kindergarten. It's not belong in my office. Again, I care. Why you should not care for your own life? I'll give you time of mine, which is very precious. Okay? I'm ready to help you. Why you don't want to help yourself? That makes sense to you? No. One thing I can tell you for sure. In my shul, we have no problem. Not even one that I can say he has a problem. Klum. I don't let it happen. For years, I'm saying to them, if you have a problem, call me up. We're going to fix it in no time. Don't observe and one day pass, and you don't know where to start and where to end. You have a problem? That's the problem. Come over here, we'll take care of it. So it takes exactly half an hour, and the problem will be solved. If there is a willingness. And now, after the person got hurt, here come the tzaddikim and say, you have to forgive and to forget, otherwise you're going to have isurim midoraita. You're not allowed to hold grudge. Pitom, now we have admor. They're giving advices. Yeah? Let me tell you something. I have disagreement with my wife also. Don't think for 1 second, no. Hello. Sometimes I see A. She sees B. But we sit down, Odamori. We're starting to talk, smiling at each other. What do you see? I see it from a different perspective. She said, I don't think so because I don't like it. I said, okay, explain me why you don't like it. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, explain it now. She explained this. I'll say my side.
We don't have it to.
Klum. We have 2 cups of coffee, tea, something, and we're smiling at each other. And we have disagreement. Okay, so what's the big deal? I don't understand this. No, now, sometimes we're not coming to conclusion. Good. So what? Call the Rav. Rav, that's what we have to say. Okay. We have to see the 2 sides. All right. באמת, I had a couple. By then, when his wife gave birth to a baby boy, yeah, the side of the Kala, they're having the first privilege to sit, to be a sandak. Yes. לא בוכרי. Again, okay, the custom there is the side of the Kala, they get. First thing. She gave birth, maybe a boy, and now the husband and the wife, they have disagreement. They say, by us it goes according to, she said, but by us it goes. No. No. Afghani. So, okay. So now, back and forth, he had a brain. He said, you know what? Why should we break our head? Let's call Abba Chaim. Let's see what he has to say. I get a telephone call. So I hear what they say to me. Sounds okay. No, me, a family. No. His father was already old man. Very old man. And her father was young. I told them, they listened to me. You're right. Your side deserves to get it because this was the agreement. I have nothing to say. Okay? But I can advise you one thing. If you want to take it, good. If not, okay, fine. You just got married and you're going to bring, Bezrat Hashem, more kids. His father is very old. Very old. He might not going to be able to see the second one. And if he will pass away and he will not have a chance to give his father was there, it will be very difficult for him to forgive you. My advice to you, it's your decision, not mine. You have to decide what to do. I said what I said. I said, if I were in your shoes, I will tell you, give it to his father. But it was done bekavod. No screaming, no shouting. Okay? They got into a dead end and they didn't know what to do. He knew that she was right. They discussed it before. Now his father got sick also a little bit. And he was already over 80 years old. So what she did, she was very smart. Not only she gave him the sandak, she told the husband, put his name also. And I said, Hashem will pay her back. Hashem will pay her back. She got the advice, no fights, no hardship, no, say, you know what? The love give us another angle to look at the situation. And she decided, and that's what happened, okay? And she told him, I want you. She told him, I said, don't let me tell him, you tell him. So she said, she called him up, she says, I want your Abba to be the sandak, and I want you to put his name also. He was miskin. He said, tears came into my eyes. I said, I couldn't even believe. And that was the berit. I was there to see all this. And within the year, his father passed away. Yeah. Yeah. No.
You can come on, thank you. You don't have to have, if you have a heart, you can take, but if you don't have a heart, you don't go.
Some people, they don't care. They're not how people feel. Huh? Okay. Or they saying to the person that got hurt now, okay, you know, somehow you deserve it. Otherwise, the person will not tell you something like that. Probably you started. So look at the advices. Look at the advices. Right? Or simply you were asking for problem. So he gave it to you. Leave you. Okay. And so now what happened? We blaming the victim and we justifying the abuser. And we say he is not abuser. You causing him to be abused. So it's your fault. Do you hear what I'm saying now? You see? They say, he will not be abuser if you will not get on his case. Ah, what a beautiful idea. Yeah. So what happened to the abuser? He feels I am a tzaddik. Even they give me a stamp. It's not my fault. She instigate everything. So I'm a tzaddik. The abuser becomes tzaddik. And the same thing with the kids. They're asking for trouble, and that's what we're gonna do. To be very careful. Extremely careful. Wait. I took this course. I came home. My mom was as a, like she said, that, 99% of people that we know, they've been abused. But what happened? Sometimes they get used to it. Yeah. And if she's not going to seek help, she might going to divorce this one, and she's going to fall into the hands of another abuser because she accustomed to it. That's what happened. So now, onat, the very meaning verbal abuse, you need constant fights, constant, because it's not, this is a tool can cause a lot of damage, and I have to fight with myself not to stumble on this one. So what is the best thing to develop? The best tool is sensitivity to the other one. If somebody will tell me something like that, how will I feel? When somebody embarrasses me in front of everybody like that, how would I feel? To be sensitive, we're missing it also. Now, everything that we see, no sensitive. They're teaching you in school not to be sensitive to your parents. If a parent say how to use that, I'm going to call 911. Meaning they're destroying everything, they're destroying. Everything. No sensitivity. And if you want to touch a child, a certain child, or the principal will tell you, don't touch the kids. Why? Because they may accuse you that your child molesting. So, meaning they don't let you even be sensitive, even if you want to. That's what we have today. A child became a number. No. 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 So now, how does it work? After I talk to my spouse, I'm gonna ask you. The way that I spoke to you was okay, or I was a little bit off. That's called communication, and we helping each other. She'll tell you, it's better. Maybe we can say this. Maybe we can do this. Meaning the couple is working on themselves, on the sensitivity. So I know next time what not to say. What's wrong with that? So people, many times they saying to me, what shall I talk to my wife every night? What can I say? What can I say? You talk. Sometimes we arguing, and you're gonna say after the argument, did I say anything to offend you? Was I too tough to them? And she'll tell you, I didn't like this, and you'll tell her also. I don't like when you scream. She said, oh, my husband don't like when I scream. Okay, I have to work on myself not to scream. I don't like when you cut me off. Let me finish my sentence. It is bothering me when you do this to me. So now you have to work not to cut him off. So now by discussing with each other how to talk, when to talk, don't cut me off. We're gonna get somewhere. Yes. That's what we need. So now, when my spouse will tell me how he feels, don't try not to protect yourself. I didn't say this. No. Have to listen. It's bothering the other side. You might used to it, but the other side don't like it. So maybe you make a change. There is a way to argue. There is no one couple that I know they're not arguing. It's impossible. It's impossible. It must be. And that's why we marry to a woman, not to a man, right? Because it must be a challenge. You don't think like you don't talk like you don't feel like you. Everything is different for a reason. Hashem did a reason. And what's the reason? To be sensitive to the other opinion that you're not accustomed to listen. It's constant work. It's constant work. And a woman, every age, the attitude changes. Wait and see. Okay? The older they get, pitom you see a different wife that you remember when you got married. So imagine a wife after the menopause. Oh, then you have to be a Habibik at your best. And if you're not ready for this, I don't want to be there. That's a challenge. You see, a man without a challenge will lose his mind. No? If you stay home one day, you have no work. You're gonna lose your mind. Knowing that if you're going out to work, the challenges will come at you if you want or if you don't want. Yes or no? Why do you want a child for? It's every moment is a challenge. Not every hour. Every moment. When the child is home, right? So why do you want a child for? To get on your nerve? It's part of the challenge. Hashem wants to challenge us. Work is a challenge. Learning is a challenge. Kids is a challenge. A wife is a challenge. And the same thing over here. Something. We all been challenged. I promise you, by Hashem, nobody is unemployed. Everybody has to work overtime. Avodat Hashem. You occupied from the first moment that you open up your eyes until you're falling asleep. You've been challenged every second. So you have to learn how to make it a pleasant challenge. So now, usually, we have so many excuses why we're behaving like we behave. What are the excuses? Somebody will ask you, why did you say this now? Why did you say? And here is the long list of excuses to justify myself why I said it. This is the way to raise kids. without screaming and yelling, they're not gonna listen. Yeah. Good. He deserves it. What did you tell her to her? She deserves it. So meaning you the judge, and you are the executioner, and you the police. Everything is you. She deserves it. No. No machloket. No arguments. Why did you wake up your child in such a way, or your husband? This is the only way to move this lazy bum from his bed. Yeah. Why did you smack your child? Why did you smack him? He said, sometimes you have to shake the child, the idiot, right? So maybe his brain will start to function. So he will understand what we're talking to him. Why did you take all the food away from the table? No, they didn't finish eating yet. I want this child, shamen hazeh, the fatso one, to stop eating like a pig already. שיפסיק לזלול כבר. Look what, איפה אתה חי? Why did you take your child into the room and he was screaming and this? What happened there? He said, I was trying to explain this nutnik, right? שנמאס לי ממנו. I'm disgusted with him already. And he should leave me alone. Ima talking about her own child like that. Disgusting. And he should leave me alone. This is very good. You're asking a person, why did you say this? You know, it's very helpful. He said, I am Dugri, straightforward, primoy. I'm saying things the way they are. What do you want me to lie? What an excuse, right? What an excuse. I say what I feel. Why should I lie? Wife to husband, husband to a wife, parents to a child. What do you mean? I didn't see a sign on him that he is a punching bag. תסתובב שנייה, אני רוצה את כל כתוב. That's okay. No, מה פתאום. Both of them are in charge and both of them responsible. So one saying to the other one, yeah. You can tell them, our child shows signs of laziness. What we gonna do with this? But this you can say to him, not to the child. That's okay. That's okay. Not to hurt the child directly. No, no. To my spouse, I can say whatever I want about this child. We have a problem with him. Okay, he's a nudnik, he's this. Okay, fine. And then we have to find advice what to do with it. But to the child, you tzaddik, you say, good. Here. You see, to criticize is very easy, but it's not helping because you're not saying to the child, you're not giving him any tools to change himself. You're just saying you like this, you like this. Okay. Like you're coming to a doctor who says, you have this, you have this, you have this, you have this. Okay. And what's the medicine? I don't have any medicine. So what do I need you for? What do I need you for? You tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. When we tell it to a child, okay, we have to give him tools to change. Then we're doing our job. But just to call him name and to leave him like that, you would not accomplish anything. Okay. More excuses me. When I'm tired, I cannot control myself. Did you hear it once? Huh? When I'm exhausted, I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. I'm not responsible. I can't. When I'm hungry, yes, it's written over here. And when I am worried what's gonna be with the oil, with the tank, don't talk to me. I'm not responsible for my whatever come out of my mouth. This is a lousy excuses which we don't buy this one. Okay. Okay. So I'll tell you when yes, when the relationship are good. So she will say, it's time now to leave him alone. But when the relationship is kind of I say, now is the time to give it back to him. It's coming from a it's not even done with the sechel, it's done with the subconscious. It said, that now I will let him feel how I feel. When I need him, I'm not afraid to talk. Advantage? Okay. What's the advantage? I'm very curious. No. Tired, no.
No, right now they got so much problem.
No.
in my house.
Huh?
He lives in my house.
So now I'll tell you what will happen next. I'll tell you what will happen next. If you're not gonna take it out right now, she'll make you a face. She'll take it out by herself. And she'll tell you, don't do me a favor. Okay, okay. Again, I'm talking generally.
My wife has something. I cannot think now. No, what's the problem?
If you smell, you pick up the garbage, take it out, and the kids will jump and say, Abba, please don't take it out, let me take it out. If not, okay, we have something to work on. Then Abba and Ima should sit down. Listen to me. There is a right way to do things. Hello. If you need it. Here. Listen. You want to teach a child for
How they keep want to do it, the mother don't have the.
No. Let them do it. See,
Just bring your bridge together. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not comfortable right now, relax, but they not right now. When 1 hour.
okay, so now, what it says, you see, this is lacking of knowledge how a lady is built. I had a couple. The house went under construction. Okay. She was, by her, everything needs to be clean, spotless. And she said to the husband every day, too much dust, too much there, we have to clean. He said, well, we're gonna clean now, tomorrow they're coming again. Again, it's gonna be dust. Let them finish. I'll bring a crew. You sit over there with coffee, just tell them how to clean. And I said, I'll pay for this. Makes sense, no? No. I know, yeah, Habibi. I have a wife also. I have a wife also. My ladies, everything has to be right now. We going shopping now. We have to clean now. Men always tomorrow. Relax. The store is not running away. They're not going out of business. There is another day tomorrow. She said, now we're going. Now. That's a lady. Now, if you don't know this, a man can pull his hair. He's not normal. But that's who they are. Imagine if your child needs to eat, and you come out with the oshpolov, and say, okay, it can wait. A wife and a mouth full of food, she'll get up right away, she preparing food, and you say, hello, sit down. It's okay, I have to feed him right now. And you say, he cannot wait 10 minutes. But he will die for them years. No.
Everybody wants what? Everybody.
If this is what you see, so I have to change your glasses. see,
Importance there, of course, it's important. But the kid's gonna come first.
very
Everybody's gonna
important.
come
Why? Because kids are kids. You two are the captains. So what do you want her to deal with you like a soldier? You are a captain. So she is expecting you to act like a captain. Let's finish with the kids first, okay? Because we responsible for them. Then the captains will eat last. You say, no, I want to be like my kids also. Where is my food? Huh? What can I say? Again, you need a lot of wisdom, how to do, how to react. It takes time, it takes patience, and above all, it needs to be intelligent. You have to listen, okay? Forget the old mentality. Everything was wrong. The old school is not a good school. Okay? You have to get.
Otherwise, all what they made, they have to buy. Maybe it was not. They have to buy. Yes, many people. Everybody.
Now we see the results of the good life. I said it many times, I'll say it again. When a person was captured, man didn't cheat. Man didn't cheat. Somebody told me without a busha, without a busha, he was happy to tell me. I brought girls into my house and my wife had to serve them. I had it in my own ears. I wanted to give him a smack. As happy, as happy. She is miskena, she is. Now she is teaching their daughter every spoon go to college. You're gonna have profession. Don't rely on your husband. Have your own bank account. The moment you open up his mouth, you call the police. Let them take it. And you don't be like me. I was idiot. I was in jail. You cannot be in jail. Depends on the relationship. Sometimes I see when the relationship so bad, I say to the wife, you have to open your own account because this guy will leave you without a dime. Yeah. There is no point because the Gemara says a person and a snake, they cannot live in one room. Why not? You never know when the snake will sting you. Many couples living like that. I don't know when it's going to sting me. נכון? But if they'll come to acquire knowledge and to see where they're holding, they still have a chance. Understand? What? Depends whom you're living with.
A husband happy with wife, and their wife happy to live a good life. What should happen? Something to come between them. If something is not happy, then he's going to look for the happiness somewhere.
If I care for my wife, I'll give her everything. I don't need anything.
I'm happy.
You know, everything is on her name. My house is on her name, the car is on her name, the bank account is on her name. I don't have no money. My name is not appearing anywhere. Anywhere. Why? Because I trust her. If something has Beshalom will happen to me, she knows exactly what to do. Yes, listen, so well. Many husbands, they're hiding a lot of things from the wife, not thinking that we don't know what's going to happen in a moment or two. And if Chas v'Shalom something happened to him, and she's stuck now with kids, and she don't know what he has, and now you sending your wife and your kids to collect tzedakot, while you're having who knows how much you have over there, assets and so on. Nobody knows before. Total irresponsible. If a person live with the wives, that's what we have. A, B, C, D, in the book. Chas v'Shalom something happened to me. You don't need favors from anybody else. It's all yours. Yes, that's what you need. Then we have a fully trust between husband and wife. Most of our people, we have to be. The wife don't know Bechlalo. What is he doing? It's a crime. It's a crime. The wife should know everything. Not to jump on it, but you know, you protect it. I'm protecting you.
What's just from my head?
Yes. Not if this happened, a pipe broke. These are the hello. These are the addresses that we have. This, and this, and this. I'll deal with all the. If it's Chas v'Shalom something, I don't want you to go ask for tzedakot now, right? What's the big deal? That's how things should be done. So then everybody will be. Wife needs to feel protected. Men should know that. If she feel a little bit not protected, she's gonna lose her mind. Lose her mind. We'll continue with that. We have a lot to talk about. Huh? And why not? And I will teach her what to do. What of